Get ready to dig out those heavy coats, because what's coming is no ordinary cold snap. Across the country, people are bracing for a dramatic shift in the weather, and it's time to prepare for a true taste of winter. A rare and powerful Arctic blast is about to sweep across much of the United States, sending temperatures tumbling and bringing a wave of wintry weather that will be felt from coast to coast. This isn't your average November chill, it's a deep plunge into winter, weeks ahead of schedule. The sudden arrival of this cold air will transform familiar autumn scenes into a winter wonderland almost overnight, catching many by surprise. Bitterly cold air straight from the Arctic will bring not only a shiver, but also the threat of significant early-season snowfall. Winds will whip across open fields and city streets alike, making it feel even colder than the thermometer shows. Temperatures will plummet far below normal, catching many off guard. Frost will quickly form on windows, and the sudden drop could lead to icy roads and hazardous travel conditions, especially for those unprepared for winter driving. For millions, this will be the first real taste of winter, and it's coming in strong. Children will wake up to a blanket of snow, and families will find themselves shoveling driveways and bundling up for the first time this season. The intensity and reach of this cold air make it a true weather anomaly for early November. Meteorologists are calling it one of the most significant early-season cold snaps in recent memory, with records likely to be broken in several states. The clash between this frigid air and lingering autumn warmth could spark winter storms. Where cold and warm air meet, expect rapidly changing conditions. Rain could quickly turn to snow, and gusty winds may create whiteout conditions in some areas. We'll be watching for developing low-pressure systems that could bring heavy snow to some regions. These systems have the potential to intensify quickly, leading to blizzard-like conditions and making travel extremely difficult. The combination of bitter cold and snow means high-impact weather is on the way. Snowplows will be working overtime, and emergency crews are already preparing for the possibility of power outages and dangerous roads. Stay informed and check your local forecast as this powerful system moves in. Weather alerts and updates will be crucial in the days ahead, so make sure you're ready for whatever this Arctic blast brings. We'll guide you through every step of this early winter blast, helping you stay safe, warm, and prepared as this rare event unfolds. Stay tuned for the latest updates and expert advice as we track this extraordinary Arctic outbreak together. Who's in the path of this Arctic onslaught? As a powerful cold front barrels across the country, millions are wondering if they'll be caught in its icy grip. Let's break down which regions are most at risk as this winter blast unfolds. The eastern half of the country is squarely in the bullseye. From the Midwest to the Atlantic coast, a vast swath of the U.S. will be plunged into a deep freeze, with temperatures dropping far below seasonal averages. The cold will first hit the upper Midwest, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas, where residents are no strangers to harsh winters. Here, the first snow squalls and biting winds will arrive, making travel treacherous and daily routines a challenge. Great Lakes, states like Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, will feel the full force. Expect heavy snow, gusty winds, and rapidly falling temperatures, with lake-effect snow piling up in some areas and creating whiteout conditions. The Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast, including cities from D.C. to Boston, are all set to shiver. Major metropolitan areas could see significant disruptions, from school closures to flight delays, as the storm sweeps through. Even parts of the Southeast, like Tennessee and North Carolina, will feel the chill, though not as intensely. For many in these regions, any snow or ice is a rare event, so even a light dusting can cause hazardous roads and power outages. The core of the cold will center over the Great Lakes and interior Northeast, bringing dangerous wind chills. In these areas, the combination of frigid air and strong winds will make it feel much colder than the actual temperature, increasing the risk of frostbite in just minutes. Precautions against frostbite and hypothermia are crucial for anyone outdoors. Layer up, limit time outside, and check on neighbors, especially the elderly and vulnerable, as exposure can quickly become life-threatening. Meanwhile, the West Coast will experience a completely different story, mild and dry, thanks to a ridge of high pressure. While the East shivers, cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Seattle will enjoy sunshine and above-average temperatures. This stark contrast is fueling the eastern cold. The jet stream is dipping sharply, locking frigid air over the east while blocking storms and cold from reaching the west. If you're in California or the Pacific Northwest, expect milder weather while the East braces for winter. It's a good time to get outside and enjoy the sun, but don't forget to check in with friends and family, back east, who may be facing dangerous conditions. It's a tale of two very different weather patterns across the nation, one side blanketed in snow and ice, the other basking in warmth. As this dramatic split continues, stay tuned for updates and be prepared, no matter which side of the country you call home. Timing is everything. This Arctic air arrives in the upper Midwest by Saturday, November 8th, and quickly spreads east. By Monday, November 10th, the cold will grip the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, then surge into the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Temperatures will plunge 15 to 25 degrees below normal. Some spots could see highs stuck in the 20s, or even teens. Morning lows may dip into single digits, with wind chills making it feel even colder. This is January-level cold, not what you'd expect in early November. The transition will be sudden. One day it's autumn, the next it's full-on winter. Dress in layers, cover exposed skin, and limit time outdoors to stay safe. The rapid change is a hallmark of a powerful Arctic front. Get ready for a dramatic, frosty start to the week. With this surge of cold air, a big question looms over the region. Will it snow? And if so, how much? The anticipation is building as residents brace for what could be the first true taste of winter this season. The answer is a resounding yes. For many, this won't just be a light dusting. Some areas are on track for a significant snowfall, potentially the biggest so far this year. People are already preparing shovels, snowblowers, and winter gear, knowing that this storm could bring a dramatic change to the landscape overnight. A powerful low-pressure system is forecast to develop over the Midwest as the cold air settles in, intensifying as it tracks through the Great Lakes region around Sunday, November 9th. Meteorologists are closely monitoring its path, as even slight shifts could mean big differences in who sees the heaviest snow. Wisconsin and Michigan are especially primed for the first major snowfall of the season. Several inches are likely across much of the area, with the potential for even higher totals in northern Michigan, where the coldest air and moisture will overlap. For many communities, this could mean the first real snow day of the year. At first, some of the snow may melt as it hits the relatively warm ground, creating slushy conditions. But as temperatures continue to fall, the snow will begin to accumulate and stick, quickly turning roads slick and hazardous. Drivers should be prepared for rapidly changing conditions and reduced visibility. What's even more remarkable is how far south the snow could reach. Snow showers may extend all the way into central Tennessee and Kentucky, a rare sight for early November. For many in these areas, just seeing snowflakes this early is an event in itself. While significant accumulations aren't expected that far south, the appearance of even a light coating will be a clear and early sign that winter is arriving ahead of schedule. For kids and adults alike, the first flakes often bring excitement and surprise. After the main storm system moves through, attention will turn to lake effect snow. Cold winds blowing over the Great Lakes will generate intense snow bands, especially downwind, where conditions can change from calm to blizzard-like in minutes. Areas in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York could see localized snow totals measured in feet, especially in traditional snowbelt regions. For some towns, this could mean days of digging out and dealing with deep drifts. This will be a multi-day high-impact winter event, with snow continuing to fall and winds whipping up drifts long after the initial storm passes. Emergency crews and road workers will be busy keeping up with the changing conditions. So, whether you're in the heart of the snowstorm or just catching a glimpse of early flakes, prepare for challenging travel, memorable weather, and the unmistakable arrival of winter's power. What's driving this dramatic weather? It's a classic setup, an unusually strong ridge of high pressure on the west coast. This mountain of warm air blocks weather systems, forcing the jet stream to buckle north, then plunge south, opening the door for Arctic air. The result, a direct pipeline for polar cold into the central and eastern U.S. Meteorologists call this a positive Pacific North American pattern, or PNA. The west basks in warmth and dryness, while the east gets a blast of cold and stormy weather. It's a continental-scale seesaw. When one side heats up, the other cools down. Without that western ridge, the Arctic air would stay bottled up north. This rare setup is unlocking the freezer and sending winter south early. Expect this pattern to dominate the weather map for days to come. How long will this deep freeze last? The good news, it's a quick hit. The coldest air will grip the region Monday and Tuesday, November 10th and 11th. By midweek the pattern relaxes, temperatures begin to moderate across the Midwest and East. The Arctic high weakens and shifts east, allowing a slow warm-up. By Thursday, many areas could see temperatures near or even above normal. The West Coast ridge breaks down, the jet stream flattens, and the cold retreats. This is a powerful but brief shot of winter. Brace for a few frigid days, then relief. But remember, big temperature swings are a hallmark of this season. Before the Arctic blast arrives, let's check today's weather. Thursday, November 6th, the West Coast is being drenched by an atmospheric river, bringing heavy rain from California to the Pacific Northwest. Seattle, Portland, and even Vancouver are in for a soggy gray day. This moisture is helping build the warm ridge that will send cold eastward. Meanwhile, the East Coast faces its own storm system, with rain from Ohio to New England. Heavier showers are hitting parts of Pennsylvania and New York. These active systems are setting the stage for the main event, the Arctic blast. The nation is already in a stormy, dynamic pattern. Get ready for a dramatic shift. After this Arctic blast, what's in store for late November? The long-range forecast is uncertain. Some models predict a pattern flip. Warmer air returns to the east, while the west cools down. This negative PNA would bring above-average temperatures to areas just hit by the cold. Other models suggest the northeast could stay cooler than normal. One thing's clear. The weather will stay active and stormy. Another major storm could hit the west coast around November 13th, with more rain and mountain snow. The Midwest may see another intense system by mid-month, possibly bringing severe weather to the south. Expect big swings and powerful storms as autumn transitions to winter. Stay tuned. This month will be anything but quiet. November's forecast theme, wet and stormy for many. The West Coast will see above normal precipitation, good for drought, but watch for flooding. The Midwest, Ohio Valley, and Northeast are also in line for frequent storms, with rain and snow depending on the temperature. Keep both rain gear and winter gear handy. Conditions will change fast. Travel could be disrupted at any time, so stay weather aware. An early Arctic blast, a major snowstorm, and active storm tracks will keep things interesting. After a brief cold snap, temperatures may moderate, but the stormy pattern continues. Stay warm, stay safe, and keep checking in for updates.